This is meant to help us cope with difficult situations and difficult people, maybe people we agree or don't, people we agree and disagree with. And that's why I wanted to bring it in for myself and for everybody else who's practicing. So we're going to start our practice with that in mind, and we're going to carry it through our practice. So first, let's find our way to seated, sitting up tall, closing the eyes. Taking a few deep breaths. Relaxing your body, relaxing your mind. And at this time, allowing any exposure to violence you might have had this week, any exposure to violence you might have had. And it could have been in terms of biting words, cruel phrases, or physical violence. We want to clarify our minds and hearts of that exposure. So in doing so, you're relaxing the body. You're allowing the breath to help you in that movement into a more relaxed state. And as you draw yourself closer and closer to that relaxed position in heart, body, and mind, you're releasing any violence that has been clinging on to your soul. Relaxing all of that, releasing that grip. Feeling within your heart more and more peace as you let all of that go. And let's now let these next few words penetrate us. Draw within your heart and mind and body these words. No man is your enemy. No man is your friend. All alike are your teachers. Let's bring our palms together and now bow to each other to begin our practice. Remembering that we come from the same source, regardless of our opinions. And now let's shift over into table posture, hands and knees. And once you're here, begin to move and just experience your body. So see if you'd like to go through cat-cow, or maybe you'd like to move the hips from side to side. Maybe you'd like to find circles. Maybe something different altogether. Just let yourself explore. Now we're going to have a little bit of a stronger practice today. And so when you're ready, even out, make sure you even out wherever you are. And then we're going to be extending one leg to the back of the mat with the ball of the foot down. So we're in a modified plank posture. We have one knee down, one knee up, one leg extended, one leg bent. And the weight is forward into the palms so that the wrists and the shoulders are lining up with each other. The hands are shoulder distance apart. Now we're going to come right into a plank posture by rolling over the left toes and lifting that knee up. And then we're just going to switch over and bring the right knee down. So now we have the left leg extended, and now we're going to switch the other way. So straighten the right leg, lifting the knee, lowering the left knee. And now find the way to your breath to coordinate this. We haven't officially gone into victorious breath, but you're going to be taking this one inhale and one exhale, lifting and lowering, and utilizing this strengthening of the body to help strengthen the breath. Now we'll just go a little longer. So if you find that you can take an inhale in 2 motions, then feel free to do that. If you want to go slow and challenge yourself, 1 breath to a movement. And then we're going to lift both of the knees and take 3 deep breaths in plank posture. If it's too intense, just bring a knee down. I haven't been practicing plank, so I can already feel my body is questioning what I'm doing. So now we'll bring the knees down and then find your way to child's posture. So separate the knees, lower the hips, lower the head. Now let's see if we've really created a strong breath. Just notice your breath. Could it be stronger? Could there be more force? Could it be smoother at the same time and graceful? Could it be longer? Could it move the belly more using the diaphragm? And then once we've assessed it, we'll go ahead and get it to a place where we can find that strength and depth and maintain it. So we'll inhale through the nose. Slowly and completely fog out through the mouth. Mouth staying open, fogging in through the mouth. Closing the mouth, exhaling through the nostrils. The evenness of this breath will promote the evenness of the mind and the heart. So now let's rise upwards and come into a table position. Once again, hands and knees. This time let's extend the right leg behind and lift it this time. So now we have the fingers spread wide, the palms pressed into the mat. Take the right leg as high as you can, keeping it straight, and then just drop the right hip so it's level with the left. Pull the low belly up into the spine. When you do that, feel that you start to push away from the hands as well and find lots of length in the arms. And then when you're ready, if it works for you, take that left arm forward. Now before we stay here, see about moving the wrist and the ankle around. Left wrist, right ankle. And then we'll continue to extend this left arm forward as you press the right heel back. And then maybe looking forward slightly past the slightly past the front of the mat or even further. It's easy to get relaxed in the core, so draw the belly up. On the next exhalation, bring the knee to the elbow underneath the heart. Inhale, extend the limbs. Exhale, knee to elbow. About 3 more. Letting the head move with the limbs. Now this is going to turn into some extension here for a deep breath. Arm reaching forward, right leg reaching back. But we're going to turn this into a side plank. So left palm comes down. Turn the left foot over to the left. So the whole lower left leg is going to move over to the left. And then you're going to pick up the right arm and get the pressure off of this right hand. So we're doing a lot with the wrist. So you're going to rotate the right wrist as you maybe keep this right leg extended. And then let's take this right arm up and over the right ear. And then on the next exhalation, knee to elbow, up higher towards the sky this time. Inhaling, extending. Exhaling, knee to elbow. And then we'll take 3 more of these. After that third one, we'll find extension, some length for a nice deep breath. And exhale, bring the hand and the knee down. Okay, so this time we're working with the left leg. So next inhalation, lift the left leg behind, press through the heel. Now we're going to take the straight leg, left leg as high as we can. Notice how the hips become unlevel. Now we'll drop the left hip. Pull the low belly up into the back. Okay, feel that the arms are nice and straight, pressing through the heel. Bring weight into the left arm. So we have to have solid vertical foundations here. Then take that right arm forward. And start to move the right wrist around again, left ankle. Okay, and then we'll continue to find extension. And just let the hand become more still as you look slightly forward to help with balance. Pressing through the heel. Making sure we don't sink into the shoulder. So 5 times, exhaling, knee to elbow underneath the chest, head coming down. Inhaling, extending. And then 4 more. After that 4th, we'll find length and take a deep breath. Now right hand comes down, take the right foot and just swivel it over to the right, pick up the left arm. Okay, all the way up towards the ceiling, turning the hips, the heart to the left, rotate this left wrist around, move the hand. And then we'll send this left arm up and over the left ear as we still the hand. Take a deep breath in and out. So 5 times, knee to elbow, up high. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, contracting. Drawing the knee up as high as you can. Once you've found that 5th one, we'll find some length and take a deep breath. And then exhale, bring the hand and the knee down and come back into child's posture. Maybe separate the knees, hips to heels, forehead down. of feeling the heat of your body. Let's allow that heat to purify our hearts and purge any echoes of violence. Whether we heard or saw. Clarifying the heart of any hatred. About 3 more deep breaths, focusing on this. We'll take a clearing breath to help with that release, that purification. Deep breath in through the nose. Releasing through the mouth. And we'll rise back up to table posture. And this time finding downward facing dog. Roll over the toes. Lift the knees. Explore this for a few breaths. So evening out if you're moving around, and then checking with the distance of your hands. So look forward and make sure that the wrists and the shoulders pretty much are lining up with each other, rather than the wrists coming outward too far. So their shoulders distance apart. And then you have palms, knuckles, and fingers all pressing into the mat. On the next inhalation, lift the right leg up towards the sky and find maybe some motion here that feels right to you. And then you'll find a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, bring the right foot between the hands and step it down. Okay, so we're in this lunge. Let's see how far we can get into our lunge. So separate the feet and then lift the heart. Really separating, keeping the right knee over the right ankle and feeling the stretch all the way up towards the groin. Now bring the hands to the inside of the right foot and swivel the left foot to the left a bit. And then just sink here into this side lunge to get deeper into the groin. So check in with your knee. Make sure the knee, right knee, isn't going forward so it's hovering over the toes. You want it back so it's hovering over the right ankle. So we can build our solid posts, these vertical posts. Now we're going to just take another deep breath here. And then walk so that the hands are around the right foot again. We'll plant the left palm down and then inhale the right arm up. Come into a twisting dragonfly just for a couple breaths. I just want to feel this revolving spine. And then exhale, bring the hand down. From here, we're going to be rising up into a high lunge. So lift the trunk, lift the arms. See that that back leg is straight and strong and the front leg is bent properly so that the knee is over the ankle. If you have knee problems, it could be before the ankle, but not past. And we're going to create some balancing today. So let's take a deep breath here. And let's bring the arms out to the sides in a T, strong T. Okay, so straightening the arms, maybe palms down or palms up. You could kind of feel your way through here. Then we're going to start to shift weight forward into the right leg. So you might have to bring those left toes forward a little bit. And then we'll be balancing on the right leg, straightening it if possible, lifting the left leg. Okay, coming into a warrior C with the arms spread out to the sides. And if you have a difficulty going there, then you're going to maybe lift the leg for a second and then lower it down and just focus on strengthening the right glute. So we'll take, let's say 3 more breaths wherever you are, whatever you're practicing. And then we'll lower the hands down and lift the left leg into a standing splits. So check in and see, maybe the hands need to go to blocks, or maybe the hands are okay where they are on the mat. Straighten the left leg, even if that means you have to lower it. Spread the left toes. And maybe you can hold the right leg with a hand. Maybe both hands if you can balance, but you'll need to engage both glutes if you're going to balance and bring both hands to the leg. So maybe you take one and just kind of lower the trunk closer and closer towards the leg. You're going to take another breath or so. And then bending the right knee and the left knee, we'll set the left shin down behind the right foot and come to a seat. So give this right leg a chance to relax a little bit. Let's twist over to the right. So taking right hand behind, fingers face back, and then see if you'd like to bring this left leg in closer. You might want to hug it, wrap the arm around the front of the knee and then turn. To me, that feels better right now because I want to stretch the right glute a little bit. Now, if something else feels better to you, if you want to take that arm to the outside of the thigh or knee, you'll get more sensation in the spine. Turning the head to the right. We'll say 1 or 2 more breaths. And then we'll come to center. And we're just going to relax this right leg and bring the foot in front of the left shin if possible, otherwise underneath the left shin. And then we're going to fold. So knowing that, see if you want to sit on a blanket, if you have a lot of tightness or anything like that. Then we're just going to start to release and relax into this and let the head be supported. So even if you've got elbows propped so that you can have hands to forehead. And check in as we're here. We'll be here, let's say, a minute. So if there's anything else you feel like you want to purge from your heart, anything you want to clarify from your mind, any thoughts that you know, especially based on what we opened our practice with today, anything that you know is going to hinder the process of, opening to our teachers in some way, seeing others as our teachers, then let yourself purge that. And let Let the breath dissolve, purify. And we'll start to rise at this time. Use the hands to find your way up. Let's take the arms out to a T, and then we'll find side bends. So we'll take left hand down, right arm up and over. Now let's explore this one a little bit. So maybe you start to take some circles with the right arm. So we might take maybe 3 or 4 in one direction, and then changing into the other. And then after those circles, finding that extension, reaching that right arm up and over to the left, as far up overhead as you can. So see if you can get that elbow, that whole right arm out of your vision. Taking it high, maybe sliding the left palm to the left, or maybe that forearm can come down. And we'll inhale, rise up, arms to a T, and then over to the other side. Right hand comes down, left arm up and over. Once you kind of settle in there, and we'll start to move the arm. These big circles. Moving the other way. And then once you found all of those circles, reaching that left arm up and over, again, trying to get the arm out of your vision, taking it up that high, reaching it up, and then maybe finding that you can get a little deeper into this. And we'll start to rise. Okay. Take the arms out to a T. And then on the next inhalation, reach the arms upwards. Look up. Be here for 3 breaths. And we'll neutralize the position of the head. Bring the palms together, thumbs in towards the heart center. Before we go into the left side, let's remember the verse that we're focusing on today. No man is your enemy. No man is your friend. All alike are your teachers. Any resistance to this notion, let's clear it. Deep breath in through the nose. Release out through the mouth. And then let's come forward onto hands and knees and shift into downward facing dog. About 3 more breaths. Okay. So from here, let's start with the other side. Next inhalation, lift the left leg up, and this time again, find some exploration. See if you'd like to circle or bend, whatever it is. And we'll find a deep breath in, and on the exhalation with power, bring the left foot between the hands. So first we're exploring this lunge. Might take the right foot further back, making sure this left shin stays vertical. Okay, now we might start to take hands to the inside of the foot and turn a little bit to the right, swivel the right foot to face the right side of the mat. And maybe separate feet even more, maybe lift the right toes. About another breath or so. And we'll bring the right foot back down, bring the hands around the left foot, back heels lifted, twisting dragonfly for a couple breaths. Right palm comes down, inhale, lift the left arm up. And then we'll have this left hand come down. So we're getting ready to come up into a high lunge. So make sure that you have back leg straight, left knee over left ankle. Start to lift the trunk. Okay. And then from here, we'll take the arms up for a couple deep breaths, just feeling the strength of this position, the balancing that's involved. Connect to the strength of the legs. And then we'll bring the arms to a T. We're going to find warrior C. So when you're ready, start to come forward into that left leg. And again, if balancing is going to be difficult for you, you can just lift the trunk and lower the trunk, and that'll do it. Or you can start to lift the leg and lower the leg. Otherwise, see about straightening both of the legs if you can. Spread the right toes, keep the arms long. Lock your eyes on something that isn't moving in front of you. Even if the vision is blurred, this is totally possible. But if you need to focus the vision, then focus it. We'll say about 3 more breaths. And then when you're ready, start to find standing split. So hands come down, that right leg lifts up. Give yourself some time to explore this. So maybe planting palms down and really lifting the leg, or maybe holding the left leg with one or both hands. Left hand or right hand, both feel different. About 3 more breaths. We're going to be finding that seated twist. So start to bend the left leg and the right leg. Bring the right shin behind the left foot. Come all the way down to your seat. I'm going to maybe bring this left leg, this left foot in closer. Left hand behind, fingers face back. Lift the heart, and then see how you'd like to position this right arm. Again, I'm going to hug it in so that I could feel the stretch down into the glute. Sitting up nice and tall and then turning to the left. Pulling the belly in to make space for the twist. Couple more deep breaths. And we'll come to center. So we're going to relax this left leg now and bring the foot to the front of the right shin or underneath it. Make any adjustments you need, and then when you're ready, start to fold. Using the mind and breath to purify the mind and the heart. A couple deep breaths. And then we'll start to rise up. We're going to be finding side bends again, so hopefully we can get deeper now. So we'll open the arms out to a nice strong T. And then let's start on the right side this time. So right hand comes down, left arm up and over. Now we did give the arms some circular motions already. If you feel like you'd like more of that, you can continue. If you'd like to just keep reaching that arm up and over to the other side, then stay there. Want this to go all the way down into the waist. Keeping both sitting bones planted firmly. Another deep breath. And we'll inhale, rise to center. Switch over to the other side. And we'll inhale, rise to center. Arms out to the sides. Next inhalation, reach the arms upwards. Again, look up. About 3 breaths. And we'll bring the palms together, thumbs in towards the heart center. So as the hands are here, let's start to lower the chin. Not so far down that the forehead meets the fingers, but just a little bit so we can feel the back of the neck stretching a bit as you draw the chin in. And as we're opening the back of the neck, let's also open our hearts and minds to the idea that we are all teachers to each other. Even when we do things that don't meet our own opinions, our own judgments, being able to see deeper than those opinions and judgments and seeing each other as teachers. It could mean how to behave, how not to behave, how to have compassion, how to be empathetic. Another 2 breaths. And then let's bring the head back to center. And now we're going to cross the arms. But actually, before we cross the arms, check in with the legs. And maybe you want to switch the order of the ankles just so that we aren't in one position too long. And then we'll cross the forearms right in front of the chest. Roll the shoulders a few times. And then start to move the head left and right. It doesn't have to match the breath. And then we'll bring the head to center and then draw the chin down and draw the chin up. We'll go through this a few times. Then we'll bring the head to center. And then we'll send one ear upward, so we're tilting the head. One ear goes up. Come to center, the other ear goes up. Back to center, and then continue this. Nice fluid motion. Okay, then once you have one ear up, just take about 2 or 3 deep breaths there. Holding. Bring the head to center and switch sides, other ear up. And we'll bring the head to center. And we're going to keep the arms like this just another moment. Bring the chin down. And then just start to sway the head a little bit towards one side, and then the chin comes down and towards the other side. Releasing any tension in the neck. Maybe a big sigh. And then we'll bring the chin down, draw the head to center. And one more part for our neck here. We're going to take the fingers, the hands are crossed. Take the fingers towards this long muscle that reaches from behind the ear down towards the collarbone. And right above the collarbone, where that muscle starts to go behind it, we're going to press onto that muscle. And then we'll, with that pressure, bring the chin upwards and take about 3 breaths. And bring the head to center. Okay, release the hands. Roll the shoulders a few times. We're going to come down to the back and do some work on the back and the legs while we're lying down. So let's come all the way down. And bring the knees into the chest. Rock a little bit side to side. And let's plant the feet down. We're going to find a bridge posture. So feet on the mat, heels close to the bottom. Walk the shoulders back towards each other. Lift the hips up all the way. Walk shoulders even closer towards each other. Maybe interlace fingers with arms down. Or if you have tight shoulders, you've got forearms lifted, elbows down. Squeezing the glutes, lifting the hips higher. Another deep breath. And exhale, release the arms, lower the hips. Bring the right ankle on top of the left thigh. Draw the knee away from the chest. Right knee, flex the right foot. Lift the left leg and hold the left leg with the hands for a few deep breaths here. So we're in reclining pigeon. Now we're going to facilitate this by pushing the legs into each other. So push that ankle and thigh into each other and then relax. And you can do this on the inhalation. Push them into each other and relax. Once more. And then relaxing that right leg, relaxing the left leg as you draw it in closer and closer. Now we're going to take this left leg skyward. So we're going to hold maybe the back of the thigh. We could do that to start. Check in with the foot, give some circles with that ankle, flex and point a few times. And then see if you can keep the leg straight, and if that's really difficult, at least flex the foot so we can stretch the calf and the hamstrings. Now maybe you could take hands to the calf. That right leg it's going to hinder the left leg a little bit. So So let's see, we've got a few things going on. Actually, it feels pretty bizarre if we create resistance in multiple points, and that's really something I've never done 3 points before, but I can sense that it's working. So if you push the right leg into the left leg and push the left leg down into the hand, but the hand is pushing back into the left leg, you can sense multiple places in the body tensing up, and then relax all of that and just draw that left leg in closer. And then we could do this again, pushing everything into each other and then relaxing. Again, pushing and relaxing. Now you can sense maybe this left leg feels a little bit more open. Now we're going to actually release the right leg. So if you have this left leg risen, see with the right hand if you can release the right leg and set it down onto the mat as you maintain that connection with the left. Okay, and the right foot can plant, or you can extend it depending on how much flexibility you have, how the low back is doing. See if you could draw the leg in a little closer, maybe lift the head. We're going to take this left leg out to the left. So see if you can grasp the left big toe with the left peace fingers. You might have to bend the knee to get there, and that's just fine. Take the right arm out to the right and send this left leg out to the left. Keep the right heel down, right foot. Turn the head to the right. And let's bring the left leg back to center. And then release the left foot, place it on the mat, bring the right ankle to the left thigh. Lift the, other side. Right foot plants, left ankle to the right thigh. I don't know if I said that or did that. Either way, we're going to lift the right leg and hold the right leg. We're flexing the left foot so we could stabilize this leg and get into the hip. And we're here for the first few breaths, just drawing this leg in closer and closer, maybe holding back of right thigh or shin or knee, depending on our openness. So we'll start to facilitate this now by pushing the legs into each other on the inhale and then relaxing as we exhale. Pushing in and relaxing. Pushing in and relaxing. Okay, so now we'll start to straighten the right leg, holding the back of the thigh, moving this foot in circles. Flexing, pointing. And then maybe finding some stillness with the right leg. Then maybe you're going to take hands towards the calf, and if not, even if hands are behind the thigh, you could still go through and find that intentional tension where we are pushing hands into leg, leg back into hands, left leg into right leg, and going through that a few times. We're just about ready to rest. So we're just going to finish this section up here. Okay, so maybe you remove this left leg with the left hand and release it. And just continue to hold the right leg for a couple breaths in this position. And we're going to send this leg to the right. So grasp the right big toe with the peace fingers, left arm out to the left to root down, and then send the right leg out to the right as you turn the head to the left. Sensing the tight spaces that this posture is opening up. And you can bring this leg back to center and release the right leg. Take the arms behind, lengthen the legs, point the toes, reach the fingers back. Let's take the arms to a T. Bring the knees into the chest and let the knees fall to one side as the head moves in the other direction. Take a deep breath there. Feel the knees release. Bring the knees back to center. Plant the feet and just lift the hips and set them back down. Bring the knees back into the chest and over to the other side. Turn the head away from the knees. Deep breath in and out. Watch the knees drop. And we'll bring the knees back to center. Give them a squeeze. And then let's let the whole body go. Releasing completely on the mat. And letting palms flip up, toes turn away from each other, feet away from each other. Relax all through the body. And let's notice that maybe even just a little bit of the past echoes of any sensations of violence that we received in some way in the mind, in the heart, in the body, that is lessened, maybe even disappeared. Maybe you can even allow it to dissolve completely as you're in this position. So that once you feel that cleansing of the heart and the mind and the body, you can now be more open and receptive and giving of love. So continuing to be open, absorbing love, charging yourself with love as if a battery in which you can give that love right back out. Resting and soaking up that love. As you take the next few breaths, using that breath to feel completely charged with love. Feeling the power of that love, and in that love, as you breathe more deeply and begin to move the hands and the feet, as if that love is what is animating the body. Maybe stretch the arms behind, extend the legs forward, and then bring the knees into the chest, hugging this whole body. Maybe swaying a little bit. And then rolling to the side, resting for a moment. Feeling the peace that you've created throughout your entire being. And then when you're ready, pressing your way up to seated. Once you're in seated, palms together, close the eyes, maybe bow the head slightly. And repeating in your mind, all alike are your teachers. All alike are your teachers. You might say it verbally, or you might let that continue to echo in your mind. We'll take a breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. We'll seal our practice today with Om and then Shanti 3 times. Wishing peace for all beings. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I honor the light in you that is the same light in me. Namaste.